language, bilingual. Yeah, I'm a bad bitch, we and I make it look easy. That's why they don't like me. See me, he think I'm a vibey. He like how I get the dough. Get the pills with the dick, kick it buried out. Work him out, plenty pussy, it's cardio. I'm trying to see what he packing. Put it in his face like Cartier glasses. I consider myself as a bad bitch. Heavy heart of Kimbo's like the heart ice. That's like bubble gum in a dish. Only fuck with bad bitches. Which one you pick?
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Freaky T. Obviously, as fine as can be. Back with episode 4. I need everybody to clap with me while I'm clapping because your girl made it to episode 4. Your girl has taken the entire month to be consistent with this thing. Like I was like, April is when I'm gonna start. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna do it once a week, no matter what. Whether I get 150 views or whether I get 1 view, I'm doing this shit every week. I'm bringing y'all some new heat, some new knowledge, some new fun, just a new look into my life. So I had a very hard week. And I had such a hard week that I didn't really know what I was going to get on here and talk about for this episode. Because next episode going to be lit. Y'all get to see my life as a nanny. Like, y'all get to see the perks of being a nanny, I should say. Because I won't actually be working. But I'm so close to the family that I nanny for. They was like, girl, come to the lake house with us, you and Sienna. Sienna's my daughter. I was like, period, pool. I didn't do that. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll definitely go. But in my head, I was like, period, pool, lake house, who, where, what? On a boat? On a weekend? Oh, say less. So, I'm going to be on the boat next weekend with my family. Y'all going to love that because y'all get to, like I said, y'all get to see the perks of being a nanny. Pouring into other people's kids. You get big blessings behind that because you're pouring into the next generation. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I was like, let me get serious one time with my people. And again, I had a very hard week. And I know why I had a hard week. And it had nothing to do with a man. It had nothing to do with my finances. It had all to do with me healing. I am in the process of healing my inner child. I'm going to say from age, like right now, I'm focusing on age 8 to about 13 maybe. That's when I experienced the most trauma. Before I start running my mouth, please like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Subscribe to my channel. Run these views up. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, your girl is new out here. New YouTube face. Oh, speaking of face, honey, we gonna get into this face real quick. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that you know before I know, before she know, before he know, before they know when I drop a new video. Okay? So, like I said, I had a very hard week. I know that's probably like my 3rd time saying that because I really did, y'all. Like, I had the hardest week. It was a hard week, like, and I am in the process of healing. Like, right now I'm working on my childhood. I'm healing from childhood trauma. I have been through a lot. I have been through a lot of trauma and a lot of just dysfunction. So I've had to do a lot of work on myself. But this week was like, I had to focus on little me. So I was like, I know that I'm not the only person that is out here that is having or finding yourself having to heal from different things you've been through, different things you've seen, different things you've experienced. And so I was like, let me tell people about how I am healing and what am I doing to heal and to keep myself afloat, right? Keeping myself sane, keeping my mental health healthy. Like, I wanted to share some of those things. So I'm just going to say, I'm not going to give too much because I'm going to save this for another day. And I'm in a really good mood. So we want to keep that same momentum. There are certain things from my childhood or certain things I've been through that will like not bring me down, but just kind of have me in like oh, I need to go fix it. I need to figure it out. But when I was about between the ages of 8 and 13, I experienced a lot of trauma, sexually, verbally, mentally, emotionally, like, unfortunately, experienced it all. So I'm 30 years old today. Oh, wait. Before I start talking, hold up. Let's get, oh, no. We'll talk about it at the end of the show. No. We're going to talk about it right now. Okay, the face. Hold on. Let me get a close-up. The face, honey. Let's get into the face. My girl, Pep. I just want to thank her for allowing me to be the face of her brand. Pink Pepper Aesthetics Cosmetics is doing the damn thing. Okay, one of the coldest makeup artists is in the D. Like, do y'all see this? Look at the glow. It's the glow for me. Like, it's the even tone of the skin. You know, she really did her thing. And the one thing that I really like about Pep, my favorite thing about Pep, not only is she my friend, and she is very supportive, but she has like amazing customer service. So while you get your makeup done, you're not even gonna feel like you get your makeup done. It's like kicking it with your homegirl. But nevertheless, shout out to Pep, my makeup artist. And like I said, she allowed me to be, I'm a brand ambassador. So once a week we meet up, she does my makeup, we take pictures, she get me into my, she gets me into my model mode, and we do the damn thing. So shout out to her. And I also want to shout her out because she was a big help this week. She actually contacted me one day this week. Oh, she curled my hair too. Wig laid by B and slayed by Pep. But yeah, she reached out to me one day this week, and she had caught me. She called me on a particular day where I was just having a really hard day. It was Wednesday, and I was having just a really, like, this, it was a crappy day. I was just having a really hard time. And she called me, and she shared the story with me, and I shared the story with her, and they intertwined, and we were able to, like, help each other heal. So, the things I am doing to heal. Like I said, I experienced a lot of trauma, abuse, toxicity, like you name it, I've experienced it, unfortunately, by a host of people. Like it go deeper than just mama and daddy. Like, it was grandma, it was uncles, it was aunties. Like, I would name everybody, but I really don't feel like it, and I don't got time for people to be thinking they gonna come and take my shine and try to sue me and some old stuff. So we not doing that. So just know, you know, once we find out, what's that TikTok? It'd be like, once we find out who you are, you will be dealt with. Those people know who they are, and I'm pretty sure that they're being dealt with and they're receiving their karma. Am I wishing that on anybody? No. But you do the right thing like Spike Lee, and you won't have to worry about bad karma coming your way. Okay, so things I am doing to heal. Number one, I'm crying. Y'all, I am crying. Now, I've been telling people, like, you know, people think that, I'm spiritual on this spiritual journey, It's just glitter and gold and fairies. And it's really not. Like, it gets ugly, gets very deep. You're going to cry a lot. You're going to be mad a lot. You're going to be angry. You're going to have to revisit old feelings, and you're going to have to, some wounds are not closed. They may be partially closed, but they're not all the way closed. So you got to open that joint up, and you got to make sure that you get all the infection out, right? And after you get the infection out, you got to clean it. And once you clean it, then you can close it up. So it's the same thing with healing. Like, you literally gotta feel those feels, those ugly feelings, those not so great feelings, and you have to sit in them. Sitting in them is hard, okay? So my first thing that I've been crying. Crying is actually very relieving. It's soothing for the soul, and it's cleansing. Like, you really feel better when you're done crying, right? You really feel better. You feel like a new person. I like to look at it almost as if, like, I'm shedding a new layer of skin. Like, I'm crying, I'm releasing, like, and I told one of my homegirls the same. Miss MB, Miss Mystical, and Sunny, we in a group message, so we talk often. And I was telling them, like, I was explaining to them how I felt. And I was telling Misty, like, I kind of feel bad because I'm just crying. And she was like, girl, let it out. Like, crying is a release. Crying is good. It was something else she said, but I can't remember. But she just was like, let it out. Like, there's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with releasing and allowing your tears to flow and allowing what you feel to come out and let it go, right? So that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm crying. And like I said, crying is really... That's my cat. Crying is really, it's a release. It's a relief. And it just makes you feel good. Like I said, I always like to think of crying as me shedding a new layer. And letting go of something I may be holding on to. So I'm crying. The second thing that I have been doing to heal my inner child is I've been going on YouTube and I have been doing inner childhood meditations. Oh, so healing inner child meditations is what it's called. And you just get in a comfortable position. I like to lay down. I like to lay my yoga mat on my floor and I lay down. I place my hands on my heart and I just close my eyes. Sometimes I set a timer depending on what the day is. Like if it's a Sunday, if it's during the weekday because I do work, I'll get up in the mornings early and I'll do like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And what those allow you to do is you close your eyes and I've got the chance to hug my little self. I've got the chance to talk to her. Like the best thing, one of my favorite things that I did, y'all, I laid on the floor and I closed my eyes and I saw my little self and she was so like, and I was like, child, please. Them raggedy ass adults who ain't taking care of you, like, girl, they is gone. Like they gone and they old people now. Like it's me and you. Like, and big me got little you, okay? Big me got little you. And when I told her that, it was everything to see her go from like, I'm so scared and I'm so timid to like, oh, okay. Oh, I can trust you. I was able to tell my little self to go play. Like, I was like, girl, go play. Like, you ain't got to worry about nobody touching you. You ain't got to worry about nobody body shaming you, calling you out your name, giving you a black eye. Like, you don't have to worry about any of that. Go play. And I'll watch you play and I got your back. And she was so happy to watch her run off and like with this big old smile. It was everything. I was like, yes, girl, go play, boo, because I got you. So those really work. Those meditations, they really work. The music, when I get up, like when my timer goes off and it's time for me to get up, I feel relieved. I feel safe. I feel secure. I feel confident. I feel like nobody can touch me. I feel like can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, what? I got to keep on moving. That's how I feel. Like I can take over. Okay. So what did I say? I said we cry. Inner childhood inner childhood healing meditations. And pretty much anyone is fine. If you watching this and that's something that you need to go do that. Number 3, I'm writing. I am writing letters to everybody. Yes, everybody, starting with my parents. I have wrote letters to them and and shout out to my homegirl, Ashley, my Scorpio sister, because she is the one that told me to do this. I am writing letters to everybody. My mom, my dad, my grandmother, my grandfather, he was cool. That was my friend. He did some stuff, but he was cool for the most part. So we skipped him. My ex who committed suicide wrote a letter to him. I did this a long time ago with him though. And that's another topic for another day. I'm definitely going to share with y'all how I found my ex-boyfriend deceased in my garage. He committed suicide. Another conversation for another day. But I've written letters to everybody who has done something wrong to me. My child's father, we haven't always had the best relationship. It was really crappy. Another story for another day. I've wrote letters to everybody. And after I write the letters, Ashley told me to hold on to them, revisit them later on down the line. If it is something that I feel like I have gotten over, you go and you burn it. If not, then you need to revisit it. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then you need to revisit, and you need to figure out what's going on that's still making you feel so uncomfortable. Writing for me is very therapeutic. It's another way of releasing. It's another way of getting how I feel off my chest. If y'all hear any background, anything, my daughter she in there TikTok, she in there like, she in there getting it, okay? So, number 3, I have been writing. I have been writing to release. And that's another thing that's been helping me feel really, really good about myself. Number 4, I'm connecting with like-minded people. So I'm very much so an open book. And I was just telling one of my friends this, like, I'm such an open book because I don't have any secrets. My mama was this, don't tell what goes on in my house. And I ain't trying to mock her. Like, if she watched this, mama, it's nothing but love. But, she was a what goes in my house stays in my house type of person. I'm more of a like, secrets for what? Like, I don't have anything to hide. I'm not doing anything wrong. So there's nothing to hide, right? So, I say that to say, like, I am very open with people, like very open. I know who to be open with and I know who not to be open with. I'm a Scorpio, gang. And we know good people when we in their presence and when they in our presence. So it's not like I'm just going around telling everybody everything. But when it comes to what I've been through, like, I'm very open with people. And so this week I just made sure to like reach out to my support system. If you don't have a support system, definitely pray to God, to the universe, and ask them to bring those people to you. Bring you a tribe of people that you can count on and look to when you need guidance, when you need love, when you need security, when you need to vent. We all need that. So I had a beautiful tribe this week. I was reaching out to everybody. I was making sure to just let all my people who I talk to on a regular basis like know how I feel. And they were very, very much so supportive through that. So with that, with me sharing how I was feeling and what I was going through, a couple of my homegirls like told me their stories and was sharing things from their childhood. One of them was, two of them are actually like, girl, that's crazy that you came to me and you're trying to heal from your childhood. I'm doing the same thing. And so it was nice to be able to hear somebody else's story, you share yours, and then y'all realize like, dang, we really got the same story, just same suit, different coat, right? And so with that, you give each other ideas. You bounce ideas off of each other and give each other love and, you know, reassurance and stuff like that. Like, we need that. So that's another thing that I've been doing. I've been making sure to reach out to my support system and those who I know or those who I find out have been through the same similar thing. You know, like, I just make sure that we have a close connection, not connection, but we have a close, we're very close in communication, if that makes sense. Like, and making sure that I reach out to them to see how they're doing. They reach out to me and see how I'm doing. And we support each other through. So I said, the first one is crying. The second one is, the first one is crying. The second one is meditating. The third one is writing. The fourth one is reaching out to supportive people. Of supportive tribe of people, talking, therapy. Like, that's essentially what it is. It's therapy. Number 5, I am letting go. I'm letting go of certain people who have done things to me that they've had no business doing. I'm letting go. Like, title is just a title. It takes a dad to be a dad. It takes a mom to be a mom. It takes a brother to be a brother, a sister to be a sister, and so forth, right? So I am in the process of like letting go. Like, if you have caused a lot of trauma and drama and toxicity in my life, you're being let go. And how I am letting people go is back to number 3, which I think was writing. I'm writing it out. I'm writing how I feel out. And honestly, I'm not even holding on. Like I said, my homegirl Ashley was like, you can hold on to it, but I've chosen to just let it go. Once I write it out, I'm letting it go. It goes out the door. I burn it and I'll let it go. Releasing. I'm learning how to release things off of my heart. Because when I don't, it bothers me. And then I'm in my head. I'm a Scorpio, very revengeful. And I've gotten out of that, like trying to get physical revenge and just allowing the universe to work in my favor. So that's another thing I'm doing. I'm learning to release. Number 6, baby, I'm taking baths. Y'all do not understand the effects of a bath. More so a spiritual bath. And my spiritual baths always consist of flowers, sea salt. They have these. So there's a store here in Dallas called Soultopia. There's another one called Sacred Stones, and they have these like mixes. This one, I just pulled it out just so y'all could kind of get an idea. This one is called Manifesting Herb Mix. It says excellent herbal mix that can be used for satchels, charm bags, ritual baths, or can be burned. And as y'all can see, it says ritual baths. So like, I'll take this and put it like in a tea bag. And what am I manifesting right now while I'm hurting and healing? I am manifesting that everything that I have ever been through and that I am possibly holding on to, especially the things that I'm not aware that I'm holding on to, because that's the thing. Sometimes we don't even know we holding on to stuff until later on down the line and something happened, or you get this pain in your bag, or you get the crying and don't know why you crying. It's because you got to heal from some deep inner stuff, girl. You got to dig it up. You got to dig it up and heal from it. So if I were to use this in a spiritual bath, it would be, my intention for using it would be so that I can let go. I'm manifesting that I let go of every pain, every sorrow that I may be holding on, right? But my spiritual baths consist of, like I said, flowers. I like to use roses. Roses are a good self-love tool. They enhance your self-love and they bring a lot of love to you. So I'm manifesting, but I'm using for my spiritual baths roses, sea salt, maybe a good herb. I put coconut oil, sunflower oil, or almond oil is what I have right now. Pour a little bit of that in there, some Epsom salt. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I go real deep with it. I might get some milk and some honey, pour both of them in there. Candles, like to set the mood. My Alexa, with some music, some really soft music. Janie Aiko has been a huge lifesaver. I'm sure she doesn't know, excuse me, but she has been a huge lifesaver in these past couple of months for me. She has a song called Protection Mantra. And when I tell y'all, you listen to that, that is the most relaxing 6 minutes of my life. And when I'm done, I always feel like, let's ride. Let's rock and roll, honey. Y'all be feeling good, okay? I take a bath. I take time to disconnect from the world, get quiet, turn my phone on, do not disturb. I try to keep my phone like on the counter because I am like just be picking it up and yeah, I gotta scroll and see. No, that's not the time for that. Like I like to focus in. We need to be focusing in, right? Yep, it's called Moments. And shout out to the mom of the family I nanny for, she put me on to these. They're called Moments, 0 sugar added. It says drink your meditation, sparkling cherry hibiscus botanical water. It says increase alpha brain waves just like meditation. It has ashwagandha in it, an ancient herb to relieve stress. Ashwagandha, that's another thing that I've been using. Yesterday, I was feeling a little crappy, so I made me some ashwagandha tea when I woke up. And I made some blue lotus tea. I like mixed it together. Had me walking on sunshine by the time I walked out the house. So, drinking these as well is keeping me calm, and they are really helping me heal, because when you're in a calm state is when you can think better, is when you can relax. When you can relax, you can release. There we go. When you can relax, you can release. When you can relax, you can release. I'm gonna put that on the screen. When you can relax, you can release. So that's another thing I'm doing, and I'm practicing forgiveness. I'm going to say that's number 6. I'm practicing forgiveness. Can be a very hard process, can be a very hard thing to do, especially when you are trying to forgive someone who has done something wrong to you. When somebody has done something very wrong to you, he just caught me off guard. That is it's hard. It's hard. So I'm practicing forgiveness. And what that looks like for me is just, if I think of something somebody did to me, like let's say something pops in my head, and I'm just like, dang, that was messed up that they did me like that. I'm just like, you know what? I forgive them for they not know what they do. I send them love, light, and peace, and I'm just help me move forward, you know? I just recently had to do that with someone. They shall nameless, remain nameless, because I ain't on that, but I just had to do that this week with somebody. Like, you know what? I'm gonna grant this baby some grace, and I'm going to forgive them for she not know what they do. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know. So those are the things that I'm doing to heal. I'm going to do a really quick small business shout out because I'm trying to stay under a certain, I know I say that every episode, like I'm trying to stay under a certain amount, and then I always mess around and go over. So this week's small business shout out goes to my girl my girl Makaya over at Look at This. Kaya the Valentine, Money Makaya, Kaya with the drip, the Texas baddie, whatever you want to call her. Like, she is amazing, and she is doing some really big things. And it's probably going to be through this video that she finds out. But me and my homegirl Pep, the one that does my makeup, when I'm a brand ambassador for, she is trying to get out here, and I'm just telling her today, like, my homegirl Makaya throw some bomb vendor events. Okay, first of all, she have everything that you can freaking imagine: clothes, shoes. She probably got some hair up in there somewhere, wigs. Somebody in the corner probably selling wigs. The food be amazing. The drinks be bomb. She has an artist showcase, which I think is very dope. That is one of the first things that really drew me to her. Like, while the vendor event is going on and people are making money and networking, she is allowing local artists and people. There have been people who've come from out of town as well, but she's allowing artists to showcase who they are, what they have, you know what I'm saying, what they can do, like just showcase their talent. I've seen people dance, I've seen singers, rappers, poets, like you name it, she's had it. Tattoo artists, baby, you can walk. Look at me, I'm turning off lights and stuff, and I'm still the baddest. You could literally walk in her event, and I had to stand up because you could literally walk in her event and get a whole tattoo. Where they do that at? Where they do that at a Look at This event? That's where they doing that at. This right here, it say refreshed. I'll tell y'all about refreshers, salads and drinks another day. But it says refreshed, and I literally got this done at her event. So, all entrepreneurs, tap in with her. Her prices, her vendor fees are little to nothing. I mean, and especially because you are going to make a bag, guaranteed. You're always going to make a bag at her events. You're going to have a good time. You're going to eat good. You're going to have some good music. You're going to leave with some great items. And if you are a vendor, you're going to leave with a bag. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all because I'm a very open individual. The most money that I ever made, I probably paid like $75 for the table. Y'all, I walked out with like $200. Like, stop biting me. That's abuse. We talking about healing right now. That's abuse. I've made some money. I've made some money at a Look at This event, and you will too. Her next one that's coming up is in May. She's having an all white, for Memorial Day. It's all white. So she's having a all white convention coming up this Memorial Day weekend, if I'm not mistaken. However, I will leave her information on the screen right here. Actually, we're gonna put it right here on the screen while I'm twerking. I'm gonna put my girl information on the screen. Y'all hit her up. Hell, even just to talk, she cool as hell. Like, she might fuck around and just have a whole conversation with you. Like, my girl is dope. That is the end of this episode because I'm going over my time. I can't never stay under. That's just because I got a lot of shit to say. But I'm going over my time. Don't want to do that. And it's Sunday. I got to go wind down. Y'all see how cute I am. I'm about to go create some content real quick, do some TikToks. And then I'm getting up out of this outfit. And we chilling because it's self-care Sunday and we supposed to be chilling out. So, with that being said, thank y'all for joining me on another episode of Freaky Tea. Y'all stay cool. Y'all stay lovely. Y'all stay grounded. And have a good week.